And so, yeah, so you five have been summoned by Byrne, and you meet with him at his tower, and once again, kind of crowd into his very busy living quarters slash workshop. There's a workbench that occupies much of the room. Um, and he's got a small bed, kind of in a corner, big heaps of undone laundry, robes and cloaks just on the floor, um, and just all sorts of little things that a wizard would have are prominently displayed. His got his alchemist kit on the workshop, bubbling and brewing something amidst jars and flasks and the like of strange substances. He himself, he's sitting at his desk, but it seems that he's forsaken the use of a chair, and he is now sitting on this griffin egg and kind of rolling back and forth, almost like he's sitting on like a yoga ball. And he doesn't see any problems with this as you walk in. He doesn't make any mention of it. He just looks at you all and invites you. Oh, welcome. Please make yourselves at home. Pull up a chair. We have much to discuss. And as you kind of make your way around the chamber, trying to find a space to maybe sit or lean against something to listen to him, and Byrne, I think you've all probably met him other than Joya at some point here, but he is wearing very deep violet robes. He's got the floppy pointed wizard's hat on, as he is rolling back and forth on this egg, and um, he begins in on his tale, and he says, "These past few days have been very stressful. We received word from Schnurb here that some days ago the gnolls were poised to attack the village, and us, we jumped into action, building little makeshift barricades and archer towers and things to shore up the defenses of the village. Um, we even had some help come to us by way of the our elf neighbors from the gnarly wood, ready to defend the village and help us out in mutual defense. But the gnolls, they never came. They never made their move, much to my embarrassment. I'm, of course, much appreciative of the gesture of our neighbors to the south east to come and help us out. But all this to say, I am not feeling at ease at all about the situation. We've sent scouts out to the location where Snurb and some others that I had contracted with had identified that the gnolls were layered in some kind of a ring fort out east or out west. Um, they weren't there. They've already left. They've scattered to the winds, it would seem. My reports that have come back said that they found only one exceptionally emaciated gnoll stuck in an old temple, and the report said that all he could mutter over and over again was something about how his clan had forsaken the ways of Yin Yagahu, the Knoll god, and have since turned to something called the Eye. This this statement, coupled with a certain dagger that Absalom showed me, makes me fear that a great evil, which once plagued these lands some 50 years ago, maybe has been growing silently all these years and is once again ready to rear its ugly head. There is a moat house east of here. You maybe have heard of it from Absalom and some of the others. They went out there to go and get Otis, one of the one of the villagers here who had fallen in with some of the bandits. Well, that place, long ago, it used to house agents of the cults of elemental evil. Cults who worship the destructive powers of the elemental planes. It hasn't been used as such in a long, long time. Um, but these events, they're making me feel like there's something more going on there than just bandits looking for a roof over their head. My proposal to you five, I would like you to go out there and take a look around and see if you can find any evidence of what more might be happening there. I want to know who this damn beautiful one is that I keep hearing so much about. It might be that he's the ringleader of all of this. If we could find him and deal with him, then maybe we can root this out. I can pay you the standard rate, of course, 50 gold for each of you if you take up this errand and head out that way and see what you might be able to find there.
50 gold is 50 gold. You can count me in.
Oh, I'll be happy to go along as well. We do get salvage rights. You know, not to say that I wouldn't go for 50 gold, but I did haul a fair amount of stuff back to Verbonbach, and wouldn't mind coming across some of that myself.
Well, of course, I imagine you stand to make quite a bit. Um, the paltry findings that some of the others brought back can't possibly be everything that the bandits have been pilfering from the good folk on the roads these past months. There surely is more there to be gotten. It is all yours. I have no need of it. I wish merely to find out what is really behind all this chaos that has been happening here recently. I think it is all connected. I think the moat house will find some answers there.
Um, uh, one extra little question. Um, would you happen to have a depiction of this eye of yours? Those two fellas in the basement, they did have a little stone with an eye on it as well. Looked like a crying eye, maybe. Same thing or different?
He starts like moving his feet and he kind of is like rolling around the workshop here on his egg, and so he rolls over to like another desk, and he starts like opening up. He finds a tome and he kind of opens up this book, apparently something that he had on hand and been recently paging through. And it seems to be some kind of a book of maybe uh, maybe like forgotten faiths or like things really like obscure religion kinds of things, and he pages through it and he finds kind of like a place where he had a dog-eared mark in the page and opens that up and he shows you um, an image of a kind of a lidless eye that looks very similar to that stone. It doesn't have like the tear and everything, but you could see kind of some similarities in the iconography of it.
Oh, hey, that's a similar, little different. I think the other one was sad. You know, not winky face, more like teary face. Um,
It's not precisely the same, I'll give you that. But this right here, this is the mark of Theras Dune, the elemental eye.
oh,
It, it,
um,
this is the very entity that cultists were drawn to this area 50 years ago. That
What
dagger
did
that Absalom had a gemstone cut with this very symbol in it. I don't think it is any. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think it's a coincidence that these bandits are using this symbol of an eye as their calling card.
Zilaf will kind of pop his head up out of the crowd and go, and what ended up happening with that whole cult?
Well, that is a story that takes us back those 50 years, and a time when cooperation amongst everyone involved, the gnomes, the elves, Verbobank, even the nations of Valuna and Firiondi all came together once they had heard about the scope of the evil that had layered here in this region. A great battle took place at the Battle of Emerdy Meadows, sort of an opportunity for one side or the other to gain an advantage. And luckily for us, the forces that were on under our banner were the ones that prevailed that day. It was said that there were many mages there during those times, and they assured everyone that the root of the problem had been taken care of. Very secretive what exactly they did. But for a great number of decades, it seemed that we had peace. Till very recently.
Well, that's enough for me. For the other, Miss. Oh, no, sorry. Didn't. Yeah, the cheese is tempting.
Sorry, did I miss something?
Oh, no. Were you good to come along?
Oh yeah. That's why I'm here.
Joya had come to me earlier asking about Jaru, who I'm sorry, Joya, I have not seen him for some days, but could be that he's taken a sojourn out into the wild as he is wont to do. I shall keep an ear out for him, and should he return, I will let him know that you are looking to meet with him, to learn from him.
Thank you.
He's a good friend of mine.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out as well, and if I get word what he's up to, I'll pass it along.
Oh, well, that's fine then. So I has the cart and the donkey, so we can bring back whatever we find. I'm fair with hitting things with a stick. But is there anything else anybody'll need as we head out? Food and water, that stuff's easy.
I've got everything I need.
I think I'm good.
I wasn't listening. Are we doing a job again?
Oh, aye.
Oh,
We're
good.
heading.
All right, let's
Yeah.
go then.
Yeah, moat house.
I don't know what that is, but I'm in.
I'm imagining a house with a moat around it.
Ah, it's not just a clever name then.
Well, perhaps.
Like you would just call it like moat house. It's like it's its name, but it's actually a house with a moat.
Houseboat?
Is it a house with a moat?
I would not characterize it as a house. It is an old ruined keep. From what I hear, the moat is still very much in play. Absalom was going on and on about some dozen giant frogs that they had to deal with while he was out there.
Oh,
Oh, well, does that mean that it is a clever name then?
Well, if it's a keep, and it's a moat house, I mean, it could be a moat housekeeping.
I don't get it, but that's all right.
I don't know that it was anything to get. But I load up my donkey, and we'll get the food and the water. I've got torches, because I can't see in the dark. And we good?
You aim to bring a cart out there.
Oh, aye. No.
Well, you can. From what I hear, there is but one road that leads right up to the front entrance. If anything is, the previous group told me that they took care of everything up top, but it does. It could be that there are other things watching. A cautious route through the marshlands might be in order, but I'm afraid you might get your cart mired if you try to take it out that way.
Pardon? Are any of you good in marshes? I'm more of a road person myself.
No, see, I'm quite short, and so the marshes tend to be wet.
I'm quite heavy, and the marshes tend to be wet.
I don't mind them. It slows things down, but you get places eventually.
Like,
After a little
never been.
schlogging.
What am I missing? Not missing much. Well, I guess I'll find out.
Like imagine like a forest or like a grassland, but wet. Very, very wet.
Okay. It sounds
that's
nice.
not quite what I was expecting. Is that right?
Well, we'll know in a day or two. But I think perhaps we bring the donkey and the cart, and we start out. And if we see anything that looks particularly concerning, I mean, Oti knows his way home. The cart won't have anything of value in it. And then we can head into the swamp from there.
Right. Well, I
Yeah,
guess I figure I'm on
fine.
board.
Sure.
So, the five of you are kind of making plans as you head out. Probably the other decision to make, because it might play into the type of tactics you want to have here, is it's about 7 at night as you're leaving. Takes about 4 hours to get out there. So you could still get out there and have the cover of darkness while you head out there, or head out there in the morning when it's daylight out.
I'm personally for daylight. I don't recall if gnolls can see in the dark, but I certainly don't want to be fighting them in the dark.
I don't see shite in the dark.
Can't see in the dark either. I'm for the day.
Same.
So you all head back to the stumbling ogre to go get some rest and some food in your bellies, and get ready for the morning when you'll be taking this journey out east to the high road to try to make it over to the moat house. Anything you want to do in town before you head out, whether it's here at night or in the morning?
Being of sound mind and body, do hereby bequeath.
And I might ask around to see if anyone's been out in that direction recently, and if there's any kind of any road rumors or what have you.
Yeah. So when you're back at the tavern, there is this man. He's showed up in a few of the sessions. We'll just use him as the NPC that. He's a he almost looks like he's just wearing the gaudiest jewelry and silks, and he once you come in, it almost seems like he knows where you just came from, because he runs up to you and he's like, Did I see you going up the road there to Mr. Burns' tower? Oh, have you met him? This needs to seem wonderful.
Very wonderful. He seems very, very interesting, and yeah. She's kind of like caught off guard, like doesn't know quite how to form a sentence, but she's like, yes, I agree.
And he tells you all about he's trying to make a name for himself. He wants to become Burns' apprentice, and he's just turned away. You know, he's diligent. He's got some persistence. He goes there every day and tries to convince the guards that he should have an audience with Burn, but no luck. But he tells you, he says, "Oh yes, my friend Absalom certainly went out in that direction. He said that they dealt with a fair number of. He's told me something about killing a bear out in the marshlands. I don't know what that was all about, but he seemed quite proud of it."
Oh. Well, bears are big fellas.
Although he didn't quite kill it. He wasn't the one that did it. He was excited that he was able to convince another person to kill the bear.
That does sound a lot like Absalom.
I think it had nothing to do with the killing of the bear and all about the convincing. He has a lot of influence. He convinced me that I needed to fill up a bag full of gold and dig it out and bury it out back. I almost did it, but then I thought, wait a minute, he's just messing with me.
Teasley, wasn't there a thing about grain alcohol? And a nose.
There's a lot of things about grain alcohol. I could tell you any number of things about grain alcohol, but I don't remember them.
Oh, though perhaps more to the point, did he mention anything about the trip there and back, or what might be concerning?
Well, you don't have to be concerned about the bear. He said something about a bunch of giant frogs in the moat.
Is there such a thing as frog repellent?
Not that I know of. Normally, you don't need to repel frogs.
It's just I spent some time in one about a week and a half ago, and I don't want to do it again.
Sorry, did you say
Well-
in one?
You wouldn't think so, but they can fit an entire elf and a good 3/4 of a person in one frog. They're like miniature bags of holding. You could corner a market with them.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I heard that right. I just, you never know.
Oh, but wait a minute, you're quite a bit bigger than... Right. That's concerning.
Alright.
And the elf, stringy, but still.
I might be able to talk with them once we get there.
The frogs.
Oh, right
Don't-
then.
Don't talk
That's
to my
a-
donkey.
Well, it sounded like they must not have had someone that could talk to the frogs because they avoided them entirely. He said that they went through. He said that he found this little crevice in the southeastern side of the keep that they went through. They just stuck beyond the frogs in the moat.
Southeast corner then.
That's
Well-
easy. That's handy.
I think so. Was it southwest? I don't remember. I don't have a good visual of this whole scene, but he made it sound like it was some big to do. He said that he Byrne was really proud of him. I kind of wish I would have been around for that.
I'm going to go pick up a few extra flasks of oil. I'm not thinking that they would like to eat something that's coated in, oil.
I'm going to go make Byrne proud.
Oh, that must be nice. And he's he lays it on thick, like he's like trying to get some kind of pathetic, like a pity invite to the party, but he's not expressly saying.
I'm going to turn and march away.
Like, it was nice meeting you. Thank you for your help, and then I'll follow.
Oh, goodbye.
Just totally doesn't notice.
Zoloff is tuning his lute and looks up and realizes everyone's kind of leaving, and this guy's just standing there.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
That's a nice
It's
loot
good,
you
it's
got
good.
there.
Thank you. Where did they say they were going? I'm sorry.
Make
Teasley's
Murd
marching very
proud.
obviously.
All right. Well, nice. I'm Zilloff. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
All right.
too.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Hold on.
So you go to bed and rest up for the journey to come. So, throwing up a map here of the area. So you are in Hamlet. The dot that's labeled 6 is where the moat house is, and so as we advance here, it'd be setting out. It'd be I don't know, setting out at about 8ish, and it becomes the 20th here. So, and bringing the cart, taking the road and bringing the cart. Okay.
Yep.
So, you start to make your way out. I just have to. I missed a bunch of stuff from the chat, so I got to make sure. I don't think I missed any funny business.
I think there was an early on player reroll, but I think you got that.
Yep, I think I got the things. So okay.
Definitely get those player rerolls. Don't worry about the DM ones though. Just the player ones.
I just have the one right now, so that's not too bad. As you head out onto the road again, autumn. It's pretty crisp and cool out as you set out. Kind of an overcast day. Odie is feeling refreshed, having had a little bit of time to rest in between now and that trip to Verbabank. But heading out here, and it's empty, right? Is it just like an open cart? Like
Yep,
it's...
just a two-wheeled open cart with a donkey in the front. He doesn't even ride in it. He just leads Odie by kind of like a little long lead so he can be out in front and chuck branches out of the way.
And any kind of special, like, I don't know, describe to me a little bit, I guess, about how, kind of just like Casey did with where you are in proximity to the cart, kind of how are you traveling, like your formation and such. I'll just kind of go around and get a little something from everyone. Zilloff, how are you kind of disposed as you're heading out?
Zilloff would hope to have jumped on somewhere on the cart so that he could continue to kind of strum. He's not looking to walk. He's there along for the ride. So.
Thanks for the reroll, Percy.
Oh, that's so nice.
Okay, so you're kind of like on the back of the truck, strumming along.
I have my kind of dragging my leg down on the end of it, kind of hanging off. Just kind of, he's in his own head right now, trying to put together something that's happening around him.
Sounds good. How about Snurb?
Snurb's just gonna kind of walk alongside the cart, unless we're pressed for time, and then he would probably better ride, but short legs and all.
Absolutely. Teasley.
Teasley saw Zilloff get on the cart and started to climb up, and then caught a dirty look from Humboldt. And he climbs back down, and he dejectedly kicks a rock along the road.
Yeah, Humboldt's like out in front, like clearing branches. Like he looks away for 1 second, clears a branch, looks back up. People are getting on. He's like, "Hey, if you tire out donkey, you're gonna be the ones pulling the cart. So if you need a second, that's fine. Sit on the cart. Otherwise, leg it."
Joya.
Joya would probably be like walking along the donkey, like alongside the donkey, and like whatever, like maybe if Humboldt, like, I don't know, like missed a branch or something, she'd probably like just shuffle it out of the way. But she would definitely be trying to like just kind of making idle conversation with the donkey. She'd be like, "Hey, how are you? Like, keep it up okay?"
No,
like,
no,
"Oh, okay."
no, no talking to the donkey. He's a donkey. Every time somebody starts talking to the donkey, my life gets a little harder.
Do you mind if I talk to you, Odie? And she's gonna ask. And
That's not how this works.
He's like looking back. He's like, you know, there's something happening.
Oh, look. Last time, the Firbolg fella was like, the OT wants to be included. And what happened last time? I find OT up in the inn. Thankfully, I got him out of there before the innkeeper figured it out.
This is just idle conversation, though. I'm not gonna be bringing him up into having like giving him a drink. I'm not gonna be like putting him up against the frogs. No, I'm just asking how he's doing. Like, you
I
know.
don't think he's the one that found the dress.
Did you get a dress,
Dress?
Odie? And she's just gonna like look back to the donkey. and just-
Joya,
No, it
Joya,
wouldn't
you
fit
hear a
him.
voice in your head say, oh, I don't know exactly what a dress is, but man, some water sounds good.
Want some water? She'll go and get some water, like, you know, when you do with your dog, like you kind of like pull it in your hand a little bit, and she'll just kind of like hold it out.
And he laps it up. Thanks. That's great.
Yeah, no, yeah, and she'll give like a little shuffle behind the ear. He's very
that feels
polite.
good. I like that. You can keep doing
See,
that
yeah.
all day.
He's so polite.
You're talking to the. Can you ask? Is it too heavy for him, or I didn't realize?
Oh yeah, sure. Is it okay if he rides in the back? Is he too heavy? Do you need a break?
Zilef, have you been actually like playing like a tune? Like, are you playing some music?
Yeah, like he's been just kind of humming and.
Make a performance check.
Okay. Performance.
Nice.
And the donkey says to you, Joya, "Oh, no, don't put him out. Keep him doing what he's doing. I'm liking the jams."
And
Okay.
he's
And I'll recite that.
really. Oh, that's awesome! I really am enjoying that. It's actually helping me out. The timing and the rhythm of the clickety clack of his feet is really helping me get this thing together. You hear that, Humboldt? He likes me up here.
And I'll whisper back. He's like, "You're giving him inspiration. You're such like keep doing what you're doing." Like just like talking up the donkey.
It's a donkey.
This
It
guy's
pulls the
amazing.
cart.
I wish I could
Oh.
talk to that guy. Oh,
I could translate.
okay. He jumps off and begins to start humming, and he's gonna go ahead and talk with the donkey through Joya a bit too.
Okay. Before you do that, give me a perception check. Because you've been on the
What?
back of this wagon looking backwards for some time. So
Sure. Oh yeah, I have to do.
hey, thanks for the cheers, folks. Thanks,
Uh-oh.
comma 75.
11.
An 11. Okay. You just hear. You're in tune with the clickety clack, and you're trying to focus all your perceptive senses on the here and now, just like Blue Jay would have wanted.
Can you ask him to hit the every third step, kind of hit a little harder on the ground, and really go with the song? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll give that a try, and I'll try to describe that to the donkey. See if he'll follow along.
Yeah,
This
he
is
does.
great. This is amazing. I love this. Oh,
Almost like,
you're awesome. You're so good.
is he limping now? What did you do to my donkey?
He's creating a beat. I'm gonna like whisper to the donkey really quick to do like the little like head shake thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hey,
This is how you enjoy
music.
music?
You think I can lend
I
him?
could
I
do
could
that.
get him. Maybe I could borrow him for a few shows. Maybe, I think this is what I needed.
This is why everybody said get a horse, and I was like, the donkey seems fine.
And the donkey is perfectly fine. Scritch, scritch, scritch.
All right. He's enjoying it, and you continue on. And 1 second, let me just get my notes out here. So you continue, like you're following the road, and no complications, it would seem, and probably it's like just afternoon by the time you make it there. So date that, um, and you've been following along the road, and the track here is mostly overgrown, cluttered with fallen branches and trees. And even though you're like on the road, you're not in the marsh proper. It's soggy earth, and you're kind of sloshing along. But up ahead, you can see where the path kind of veers off the like the proper road, just juts off a bit to in the direction of where you can see kind of the jagged silhouette of an old keep. Seems to be going right into the thick of the marsh, but there is still enough of a road there that you could bring the cart up close-ish to the moat house, to pretty much like right where your tokens are here. And so as you navigate up this way, you can see the moat is kind of between 10 to 15 feet at various parts of it, running right up to kind of where there's sort of like a craggy earth that kind of rises up, where the foundation of the moat, or the foundation of the walls and such, is properly. This whole place is just in ruins. Like, you can see like this first tower that's like right off to your left there is like the roof of it has like completely caved in, and the rock is just like kind of fallen into the moat. The wooden doors to the gatehouse have fallen over, and there's sort of like there's this kind of almost like kind of banded doors where you could like see through them, sit there just like slightly ajar. And then you'd gotten that kind of tip from Spugnor of what he heard from the previous group, and you can see over here a rock pile of the wall has caved in so much that there's actually a little bit of an opening there, that it seems like that's a second entryway into the moat house.
So I'll be unhitching donkey. What I'm thinking is I'll flip the cart out of the side, knock out a pin. We take a wheel with us so no one can run out with our cart. We'll take donkey. We'll find a good spot for him, and then once we have him settled, we'll go looking around, make sure there's none of those giant frogs. I'm not the most nimble to be scurrying over whatever that is. Do we have any volunteers?
Well, I can always go take a look.
The last just looks.
Oh, Teasley, could you just hand me the safety rope from your backpack there?
No, that's mine.
No, I just want to hold
it's
one.
mine. I'm keeping
end,
it. No,
one end of the
you're
safety
not
rope.
getting me this time, Humbled.
But if no one's holding the safety rope, you're not safe.
I'm safe enough.
All right then. Well, it'll be a minute, and he unhitches and flips the cart up on end and knocks a pin out and takes one of the cart wheels off. If only someone would invent the kryptonite cart lock.
Got one in my living room if you want one.
All right, so you're kind of dealing with the cart and trying to secure donkey and whatnot.
Right, and just for the cart will kind of be flipped up, so it does create like a little shelter between the tree and the cart. So should anything come up, we'll have a little mini barricade, sort of.
Sure, a little place to kind of duck and cover and whatnot. Sounds good. What are the rest of you doing?
So, do you want me to go and check out the first door, or are we gonna go over to the side where Absalom went?
I would prefer not to go in the water, so I would think first door first.
Right. All right.
I'll be keeping an eye out for
Oh,
toads.
if there are any griffin eggs, leave them.
No.
Teasley, you hear like footsteps on what sounds like maybe like the stone courtyard on the other side, but you distinctly hear something like running. You think that they probably think they're being kind of stealthy, but they're just kind of shuffling. But you pick up on it. You kind of hear it.
Right. So even before I do that, I'm pretty sure there's folks inside running about. So maybe we want to go the other way and get, come up around them.
I think that's the better plan.
Maybe we can jump across and not get in the water.
So what if I I'm fairly stealthy. I could probably sneak over to the that crumbled section and take a peek and come back and let you know what I see.
I'll go with you.
Are you quiet?
Well, sometimes. Not at the moment, because you're asking me questions.
So Snurp and Teasley, if your destination is over to that corner, feel free to give me stealth checks as you head over that way. That looks good.
Teasley stops talking and
Yeah,
gets
that's
just
good, too.
deathly silent.
So go ahead and move your tokens over to this corner here, and you may see something around the corner that you doesn't react to you. So you feel like they haven't seen you. These three giant frogs, they're just kind of they're sitting in the moat, and you can see them kind of ribbiting, and they're kind of making a low this low swamp animalistic sound that's kind of rippling across the water there. But they don't seem alarmed or alerted to you, so you feel like you've made it over here okay, and you can see inside the breach in the wall there. Clearly, you can walk through here and get into
Yep, let's do
the
it.
moat house. So as you move ahead into that that first room here, and sorry, I'm just moving you because I didn't know if you could actually get through that
Yeah.
breach there.
I don't think we can. It told me I hit a wall.
You see in here, this corridor, or this is a corner chamber that everything in here is just ruined. It's just trashed. Doesn't look like this room gets if there. You heard that there was bandits hanging out here. Doesn't seem like this area really gets used. And if anything, it's maybe a place where they've stashed away some of the ruined furniture and stuff in here. But you see to the north of you is where the chamber seems to kind of open up, and you can see there's doors on some of these side chambers. Others look like the doors have since fallen away and rotted. And you don't see anything immediately in this chamber or in the hallway.
It looks like there's windows over on the western side. I want to make my way over and see if I can peek through those out into the courtyard.
Yeah. Less windows, more little arrow murder holes looking out into the
Okay.
courtyard. So you take a peek out there. Just below you, you can kind of make out and see where there's a stone well. Otherwise, you see on the western side of the courtyard, um, uh, uh, quite a bit of rubble that has tumbled down from the wall, but not so much that it created an opening like the way that you came through. You don't see any figures currently out there.
Okay. Turn back and shrug my shoulders at Snurb.
So, do you want to stay here and keep an eye on the courtyard, and I'll go back and get the others?
Oh, that makes sense.
All right. So Snurb, you're gonna try to descend down these rocks very carefully. It is quite a rise, so it is sort of, you have to take caution to climb down there, just like you did to come up. So give me another stealth check just to see if the return trip is as successful as the way there. I paused just to see if any reroll will happen, but you're okay. It's enough.
All right.
Trying to
So-
bait us into a reroll.
Yeah. You make it back to your allies out there, and you can convey what you've seen.
So there's some more frogs, but if you're quiet, we can get in, and we should be all right.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
It's gonna hold on tight to his
So
strength
Humboldt will-
and the frets of his loot.
Humboldt will give Odie a little loop around the tree so it'll keep him in place, and he's kind of got like, the cart on one side, so anything coming at Odie would get, donkey kicked in the frog face. And then Humboldt will be like, sure, quiet.
While you've been tying that up, and Snurb and Teasley, they went inside. Joya and Zilloff, anything that the two of you have been doing?
She probably just, while they were looking around, she probably just would have been kind of giving like a little glance around, checking the moat, because they know that there is supposedly frogs in here, so she'd probably make sure no frogs and see if anything's coming down the path.
Give me another. Give me a initial perception check.
Okay. A 16.
You kind of gaze around, gaze about. You don't see any threats on the moat. You thoroughly kind of peek through there. Maybe even take a look over on like, the western side or whatnot, and look up and down. Don't see anything over there. You're feeling pretty certain that there's nothing like up on the wall. Like this wall probably rises, I don't know, we'll say 15 feet up. And it doesn't look like it's probably I don't know. If there was somebody up there like looking down at you from the wall, you'd be able to see them pretty plainly. So you feel pretty good about that too.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Anything Zilloff you were taking care of or doing?
Zilloff would just be preparing to. He was looking as well, but I mean, not to that extent. He's just waiting to see what came back. So at this point, no, not really. He's just kind of getting ready.
Okay.
Maybe making a plan to pitch something to to Joya later, and saying maybe how he could figure out how to get her and the donkey together for something.
Sounds good.
That's kind of more where he's at right now.
And I better check in with Teasley because who knows if Teasley's sitting still or not. So Teasley, what are you up to inside?
Someone should have left a rope on him too. Tied him up.
He has one. He didn't let Humboldt have it. He is dutifully sitting by the window
Okay.
and watching.
Okay. All right. So the rest of you, plan is to try to reconvene with Teasley. Okay. So go ahead and do stealth checks as you head over that way. I guess from the meta, you know a 14 will clear it. And it looks like everyone's good. So go ahead and, well, I'll move you up in there. So you managed to climb up those rocks and those stones without dislodging or creating too much of a splash, and the giant frogs leave you alone as you climb up into the moat house. So now you're all standing in this sort of ruined, dilapidated room, and you see Teasley there keeping watch out in the court for the over the courtyard.
I heard somebody running about, but I can't see him.
Well, could we make our way around to that front door and then get OT in? And if we find the folks, we whomp them. And if we don't find the folks, I start to question your ears.
Or we find them and we carouse them.
I don't think that's the sort of moat house we're in.
Well, you don't know.
No. Snurb, as the more sensible seeming of our snaky folk, did you see anything?
I didn't see anything other than frogs.
Did you hear anything?
No, I don't think I did.
So let's not try carousing them. But if you do see or hear anything, give a shout. And crossbow. And Humboldt's got shield on an arm, crossbow in the other arm, quarterstaff, and a plonking big halberd, ready to go as needed.
Okay, Teasley, I see you doing stuff.
Yep, I'm doing stuff.
I need to know if you.
I'm Teasleying.
Yep. Okay, so you're moving forward. Is this tiptoeing down that corridor?
Yes.
Taking care with the door.
But I'm also opening this door.
Okay. Being very cautious with that open.
I am not checking for traps, but I am.
But
I am trying to do it quietly. Yes.
Sure. Stealth check, right there.
Nice.
Oh no!
Wait, who's got hold of his safety rope?
As you
It looked like it was going to be a good one, but it wasn't.
As you open that door, it's the hinges are moisture has been pouring in from the roof of this thing probably for some time. They're oxidized and rusted. The door, even with all the care that you give it, it lets out sort of a creak as that door opens up. I'll give you the description of the room before giving you the description of what happens.
So as soon as it makes that noise, Teasley stops holding it, and he just grins and looks back at everybody.
Yeah, Zilof's neck is above the rest of the party, like with a scowl, kind of like, oh, and just like shaking his head quickly as he can. Just no.
So Teasley, this quaint chamber appears. It was likely one time a bedroom of some sort. You can see planks of wood, piles of rotting cloth heaped about, and sort of maybe the remnants of what looks like an old bed just completely fallen apart there. As you open that up and you look back at your comrades, There's sort of a barricade. I don't know if your characters can fully see that barricade, but there's a little bit of a barricade, a bunch of tables and such upturned, and there's a gnoll that kind of rises up with arrow drawn, and he's going to take a shot down in your
Oh, no.
direction. 17.
Is that on me?
That's on Teasley, yep.
Yep, that hits.
And the damage roll. Oh no.
Teasley's out.
So
We're all like, this,
that
we're all
is
level one. It's rough.
D6. And okay, no permanent maiming or anything like that. But Teasley is so right here is where we will roll. We'll get us in initiative here as other gnolls are popping up. All of them have longbows in hand and are behind this cover of these tables.
I really
so-
like that. icon.
For the past 2 days, I played in Tyranny and I played in Strahd, and now I've forgotten we're level 1, and I feel terrified right now.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, that's
Oh,
yucky.
look at those!
What was that?
Those are a lot of
Oh,
bad rolls
geez
in there.
Louise.
They want to run a reroll in initiative? No.
I'm unconscious. I'm good.
Wow, one of those gnolls got a 20.
Hmm.
and a
Yes, indeed.
17.
So we begin combat with one of these gnolls. Looks like the one, fortunately, who can't see any of you clearly. So he will hold an action. Humboldt, it's your turn.
I'm willing to say that Humboldt is angry at the events that have just happened and will bonus action rage. He will lean out and shoot his crossbow down the way. All the gnolls have roughly the same amount of cover. So he'll
Yeah,
just go to the
they're all going to
closest
get a
one.
+2 off of this.
You got it. So he'll just aim for the closest of them. And to do that, I click here. I will burn a reroll. Why do I have an extra +2? Oh, that's proficiency. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
There it is. That'll hit.
That's a much better shot. We will do the damage.
And 7 points.
And we will move.
And that was this one right here, right?
That was. Oh, actually, that was. I didn't even see that guy.
Oh, this
that
one
was
right here.
This one right there. Yes.
Okay.
And then we will move over to here, and we will drop my crossbow and pull out my quarterstaff.
Ooh. Thank you for the raid, Homebrew Cafe. Thanks for stopping by. We just rolled initiative. We've got a bad pull on a door, an arrow in the back. Tragedy is struck 20 sides here, and we'll see how this plays out. Because Teasley, you're up next here.
I don't know how to roll a death save, but that's what I need to do. Oh, here it is. Uh-oh.
Oh no, SpaghettiOs.
All right. So one failure on a death save. Chat, you could help out here if you got the EXP. You can get a nat 20 on a death saving throw for Teasley. Next up is Joya.
Right. Joya is going to scoot on I think she's gonna scoot here and make sure I actually have that spell. I thought okay, I do. And she's gonna kind of give Teasley like a tap on the shoulder, like get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. And while she's tapping him, she's gonna cast Cure Wounds on him. To help kind of get him going. Get up! And I'm just gonna boop that really quick. I don't know if it came up. Oh,
Ooh, good
yeah.
roll.
Ignore the fairy fire, but yeah, the cure.
I'm back to full.
Nice. Get up, get up, get
I'm a
up.
sorcerer. I have 7 hit
Yeah.
points.
There. And I'm guessing on my screen I can't see the gnolls. Is that right? Or
Can you can't see them up here?
oh, there they are now. Never
Yep.
mind. Okay, there they are. Took a second. Yeah, there's gnolls up there. She's going to pop back around this corner here, and she's gonna tap on her staff and cast Shillelagh on it, just in case, and that's it.
All right. Next up, we got a gnoll. And I just have to see. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Nothing more there. He passes. He's got a ready to action. This other one can see Snurb. He's gonna take a shot at Snurb. And that is and that one. I'm gonna have to use my first DM reroll here.
Oh no!
I don't
You
want
don't
the
have to
chance
do
of that
that.
critical fail.
Chad, what are you doing being fair and balanced?
All right, it's a miss, but it's not a critical fail, so he'll have to live with that. Zilloff, it is your turn.
He saw an arrow just go through the air. I need to get so that I can move my character again. There we go. He is going to move here and peek out.
One sure.
Figured
There's a ready to action that's coming at you.
I figured it was, but
All right,
okay.
a 9 will miss.
All right. Oh. He is then going to. Let's see. He wants to. That's what he could see, but he is going to cast fairy fire in this area here.
And that'll get all 4 of them, right?
Yeah.
Cool. If
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and...
yeah, I think if you click it in there, I should be able to.
All right. Let's
rapid
take a
fire
look.
to him.
Okay. Fairy fire. Cast spell, and I want to do it. Ja.
So let's see. 1 success, 2 success, 1 fail, and another fail. So I guess the problem with that is it doesn't show me which ones failed, but I'll just roll. I'll roll a d4 to see which ones. So this one here fails and is lit up by your fairy fire spell.
Okay.
And can't be a 4 twice. Can't be a 4 3 times. Jesus Christ. Okay,
Four
it's this
times?
one. Anything else, Zilloff?
After I cast it, he peeks back over here and then mutters something to himself about he had a song prepared and he forgot to do it and was a bit upset at himself. And that's it.
All right. Snurb, it is your turn.
Let's see. I think Snurb is going to dash and try to, let's see. Oh, no.
All right, there's a readied action that is coming at you.
All right.
Uh, 17.
Yes, that's going to hit.
9 points of damage.
He's still up, but that hurt.
So that'll be more than 50% of your max HP. We're using a variant rule for the shock damage. I don't think this came up in Monday's game. Please give me a Constitution saving throw. You are good. There's no shock effect that happens. And then you duck in there.
And that's it for me for right now.
Sounds good. Gnoll, straight ahead there. Readied action. Same. Humbled. It is your turn.
So, if you see an opportunity, maybe shoot one of the frogs and get into a room and shut the door. Maybe they'll just go fight with the gnolls. And as he's saying that, he's dropping his quarterstaff, picking up his crossbow, like leaning out and like click, shoot, maybe.
Okay, we'll say there's going to be a readied action that will activate, but you've got some cover from this. So it'll give you the same that they're getting, the +2.
But I don't want to be shot.
So an 11 will miss.
Yay. And then we will shoot. Where's that thing?
Oh.
I'll chew up another party's rerolls.
Yeah. All right. Give it another go.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Went the
Roll
wrong
a
direction.
D6.
That's not what I wanted to do at all.
Okay. Just a miss.
I will shamefacedly retract my head and look down at Teasley. It's all up to you.
Teasley, it is your turn.
I hate this. I'm gonna hop up and hurl a firebolt at the nearest gnoll.
All right. Uh, 23 will hit.
For 3 points of damage. And I'm gonna jump through this door.
Okay, there's going to be a readied action that's coming at you. A 14.
I'm out again. I'm
Wait,
betting.
We'll see.
14's
We'll
gonna
see.
hit, so
A 3 points.
I'm not. I'm barely up.
Sorry, the firebolt. Which one was that?
The first one, the nearest one.
The nearest one. This
Yeah,
one right here.
Yeah, I can't see him anymore because I went in this room.
Okay.
But yeah. And then from there, I will cast a healing word on Snurb.
Sounds good. Five points back to Snurb.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then we turn to Joya.
Kind of. She's like, this is either going to be a really good idea or a really bad idea. But she's going to kind of piggyback off of what Humboldt said there. And she's going to kind of run over here. Whoops, that's not the run button. There we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, that is a wall. Well, she's going to try to get, like,
You
close
want to get
enough
out there?
to it. Or I think I'm fine right there.
Okay.
She's gonna kind of peek out, and there were frogs out there. Like they mentioned, seeing like frogs chilling out there.
Yeah. So they're. I'm gonna move you out there just so you can see.
Okay.
Because you would have seen them as you were coming in.
Okay.
So they are up
Oh yeah, they're there.
due
Up there.
north.
Gotcha. Okay, and she's going to call out to the frogs. She'll be like, "Hey, there's a bunch of ugly dogs in there that are threatening to take your food. You should help us get rid of them."
All right. And you've got like a druidic ability to speak with animals, right?
I took Eldritch something or other that gives you like the invocation, so I can do beast speech.
Beast speech. Okay. So, give me a persuasion check along with the casting of that spell.
Okay. Okay, that works. And then you said persuasion?
Yeah.
Here we go.
If it makes a difference, I guess it could be deception. Also, if you happen to have proficiency in one over the other.
Nope. I am not a very charming individual. Here we go. I
You got rerolls.
do.
Yes.
You got the thumbs up, at least from
Yeah, do
Snurb.
that reroll. Do
Wait.
that
Humble's just like looking at her
Reroll.
like, I thought she was just gonna throw a rock at him. She's like, croak.
Croak. All right, I'll try another.
Yeah.
Here we go again. Crossing the fingers. Persuasion.
Better?
11. It's better.
That's awesome.
So, speak with animals. Does that allow you to understand what they say back to you? You get the ability to comprehend. So you make your pitch out there to them, and they're riveting, and then you start to like tune into like what that means, and you hear one of them say, "Oh, did you hear that, boys? There's food in there. Yeah, I could eat. Yeah, let's get them." So you got their attention, and they seem like they're willing to devour whatever might come in front of them. But it sounded pretty indiscriminate. So
Before the turn ends, if possible, I'm going to turn to them and be like, I don't think they're picky eaters, so you might want to be not in their way. And I can't move anymore, so I'm gonna just stay there.
Sounds good. There is a gnoll whose turn it is, and he's going ready in action. Another gnoll ready in action. Ziloff, it is your turn.
Ziloff is going to set down his loot as gently as he can, and he's going to pull out a dagger. He's going to go ahead and turn it around the corner so that he could see one of the gnolls, almost mirror-like, and he's going to try to cast Vicious Mockery on one of them.
You have to see them to cast Vicious Mockery. Is that one of the things? Okay. Yeah. You give me. I want
Very
to.
shiny. He's never used it before.
It's not that you can't see them. It's going to be
Uh-huh.
about can you safely do this without
Okay.
like, getting your
Without-
head
yeah.
like out
Yeah.
in the corridor. So I don't know. I kind of want to see a sleight of hand check.
Sounds good. Here we go. Ooh. 12.
You managed to get it out there. Yeah. Which one did you want to hit?
Let me see. We'll just go after. He really can't tell, so he'll just go after that one.
Okay. Sounds good. Go ahead and pop that in there.
All right, here we go. Vicious Mockery. DC Wisdom. Do it. Can I drag it on there, or you do it? You have to do it.
I can
Okay.
I can hit it. So
All right, cool.
he's gonna fail.
Nice.
There you go.
And then 4
All
points
right.
of damage.
And now he has disadvantage on next attack. I say, Mister, your eyes look a bit bloodshot. Maybe get some rest.
Yeah, that definitely hurts. You guys think my eyes look too red? Snurp. Snurp, it is your turn.
I think Snurb is gonna peek around the corner and try to take a shot at this one.
Okay. There are 2 readied actions that'll come your way as you peek out. So resolve those first. The first one is a 22 to hit. 5 points of damage.
There goes that healing I gave you.
And then the other one is a 6, and that'll miss.
All right.
The 2 nearest us are the ones lit up by fairy fire.
Yeah, so you have advantage on these front 2.
Moving my token real quick so I could see where they are again.
Go ahead and throw another one out there for the fairy fire.
All right.
I don't know. I'm gonna put a little glow on these two.
Green glow. I'm just,
Okay.
Just kidding.
The 19 definitely hits. And you would have sneak attack because he had advantage on the roll.
Uh,
Ooh, we just got a follow from Damn Weirdo 2. I don't think you're so weird. We're happy to have you. Thanks for following the channel. All right. So a total of 11 points. Which one was that? Was that go ahead and ping the one that one right there. Okay.
Yep.
And 11, it just so happens is exactly half his hit points. So he needs to make a con save. Here we go.
They have over 3 times as many hit points as me.
Ooh, an 8. That's going to be a failure. So I got to pull out my chart here. And he's going to have a shock effect.
He'll be limping for a week.
But unlike us, he'll be alive.
An 8. He can't take reactions until the end of his next turn, which may be kind of helpful because they are doing readied actions and such. So, very good.
all right,
Oh.
and then I'm gonna pop back in.
Sounds good. Hey, thank you for the cheer, comma 75. Appreciate that. Next up, this other gnoll. And he's going to ready in action. We're at the top of the round as we pick up round 3. Ready to action. Giant frogs are going to start to make their move right here on this turn. So first one here is going to move.
This is so bad.
Right up to there.
This is so bad.
This one is going to move.
This feels like a well-balanced first level adventure. That's what this feels like. I like it.
There's no balance. This is old school. You walk into this to get murdered.
Oh yeah.
And this other frog moves right up there. Humboldt, it is your turn.
Teasley, open your door so Ziloff and the other lady can get in for the love of everything. And
It is open, can't you see?
I should look, but I was paying attention to the gnolls. So he takes his hat off and he just wiggles his hat outside for like a second as a free action. You know, just like toss that out there. Maybe they shoot at that, and then he, you know, goes to lean out with his crossbow and actually take a shot. And he will aim at. So he'll lean out. He will aim at that fella there. And
So, give me a deception check. Probably can't do this trick on spam, but you might get a free one here.
I mean, you're much kinder than I thought you were going to be about that. 11.
Letting it lay on the 11. No, they don't take the shot on the 11.
Damn it. That's okay. So then we'll lean out and we'll take the shot on the far closest right one with the crossbow. Where'd you go, crossbow?
Let's see. I got. There's gonna be one shot will be coming at you.
Seems reasonable.
That one will miss.
That one will miss. And we got advantage on my attack. Please.
You got
Yay!
it. 9 points. Sorry, which one?
That fella.
That fellow there is down.
Nice.
And then he'll step back in and Zilov, come on.
All right, Teasley, it is your turn.
All right. Do these openings over here look like they are large enough for a small creature such as a halfling to fit through?
I mean, you're small, but I don't think you're that small to get through the arrow hole.
I mean, they look like they're probably like a foot and a half wide. I could fit through that.
I don't think so.
They've got anti-tiefling or anti-halfling grips.
All right. Can't see. I can only see Humboldt. Humboldt, how are you looking?
I'm fine. Thanks for
Okay.
asking.
Um,
As a barbarian, I am very good at evading damage.
then I will step out.
There is one ready to action.
I will pass out.
Oh, no,
man.
you-
Yes!
I won't.
Still pass that though.
Oh, but Shady Bonsai is here. It just bought me a reroll. I won't use
Shady!
it.
Oh, that's
Why?
so nice of you. Thanks,
I will
Shady.
throw a
It's great to see
firebolt
ya.
at the nearest of the three.
We still advantage the nearest one.
Yeah. This
Oh,
if you're shooting
me-
this
let
one,
me-
he's got fairy fire on him.
Well, 12 it is.
That will miss. That'll thunk
And
right
I
into
will
the table
Duck
there.
back in.
Joya, it is your turn.
Okay, she's gonna see if the frog's coming in. She's gonna, oh no, and she's going to dash to get into one of the rooms up there. And as she's running through, she's gonna be like, "Don't let the frog see you!" And then go into. I think I can get into this room up. Wall. Hold on,
Who let the frogs out?
Joya, Joya.
Oh, and players, Smitty just got everyone a reroll.
Oh,
Nice.
You're
thank you
up
so
to
much.
7.
Ooh. But yeah, she's going to after giving her warning, dashing into the room, she's gonna hide herself basically in the corner. So hopefully the frogs don't see her.
Okay. And just to be clear, these 2 doors are currently open, correct?
They are currently open,
Currently
so
open.
that Zilov can hopefully get in one of them.
Sounds good. The
Oh,
other
and where's Snurb?
He's yeah, you don't see him.
I just, yeah.
He's
Where's
doing
Snurp?
okay though.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, I like from my vantage point, I can't really see
Can't
much
see
of
him.
anything. So I'm like, I really hope Snarp's doing okay.
All right. A little bit of shift in here. Oh wait, that shouldn't have happened. Okay, sorry about that. Yes, Ziloff, it is your turn.
Okay. And giant frog. Ziloff is going to. I guess. Would he have known that there was a bit like that? Would he have known enough that there was time for the gnoll to get another arrow notched and ready? Or
I think so. I mean,
okay,
almost every time someone's popped out there,
Yeah.
there's been some kind of arrow, so you're probably anticipating that.
okay. I guess he will take. I'm just gonna look just to see which ones are left, just so I could see real quick. Okay. And this one here still has a fairy fire, correct?
Yep.
Okay. All right. He is going to action dodge, and then he's going to run up.
All right, a shot does come down the pipe here. $13.
Disadvantage from the dodge?
Yeah, dodge. Let
you
me
took
see.
dodge.
Let me check
Okay.
yeah, that would have hit. So
The 13
dodge.
would hit. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It still hits.
Oh no.
6 points.
Ow! Oh! He is going to step up once more. I go, oh, my loot! And he's going to run back, grab his loot.
Do the Constitution saving throw quick.
Oh, that's right. We have that. Oh,
no, please.
why? All right. That's a D. What was that? A D.
Just a
Unsaved.
Oh yeah,
DC,
Constitution. I'm sorry.
DC 13.
That's right. Okay. Constitution saving throw. Normal. Oh my gosh.
Want to re-roll that?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, Alex. Saving throw. Here we go. Much better. Here we go.
Much better.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Gotta get that tilt. Okay, great. I run back, pick up my loot. Oh, and then I run in and free action, just close the door, I guess.
Close the door. Go for it.
Yeah.
Snurb.
I did it. I can actually close the door.
So Snurb is going to try to hide in the shadows so that those frogs just go on by.
Sure. Stealth check. I'm gonna give you advantage here. Because they don't know to be looking for you. Okay, 17. All right. And a gnoll here is going to ready an action. And I'm going to say let's throw in the timeout here and take a break. Because if we take a 10-minute break, we'll come right back in at 9 and be able to finish this up. And I think we're going to have we're going to see what's going to happen with these frogs. Are imminently about to march down this door or this hallway. So yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. See, we got quite a few people out there hanging out. We're running this is our sixth session of Temple of Elemental Evil, and this is our second time to the moat house. So the first time there was a bunch of human bandits here, but now we've got some gnolls posted up. So we'll resolve this combat just after a short break. So we're going to step away for about 10 minutes or so. And yeah, well, we will be right back. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Uh-oh. I got all my windows are different. Okay. 1 second. I'm going to be playing here for a second. I think we are good. Okay. So where we left off, the party was in a rough spot here. They came to the moat house, got into some trouble with some gnolls who were very well fortified behind some tables and such in kind of the main audience hall of the old keep. Joya had this idea, though. They had seen some giant frogs on the outside, and using some druidic talents to communicate with them, had basically said soup's on, and they are beckoning that call. Doesn't seem like they probably care where the meal is coming from, but the party has done a pretty good job of coordinating with one another to get behind some cover and be out of the main alley where these frogs might see them. So what ends up happening is the frogs do indeed climb and ascend into the moat house, and though they get shot at, they proceed down the corridor, and you all are in your respective rooms. And you just kind of hear the sounds of battle, and based on the silencing of the gnoll grunting and struggling against the frogs, you have a pretty good sense that you know who won that fight, as the frogs just jump right up onto the tables, lift their heads up and over, and use their enlarged tongues to grapple these gnolls and bring them in and swallow and devour them whole. You spend some amount of time holding out, listening for signs, the sounds of these frogs. Maybe they'll return back to the moat. And you have a pretty good sense that that is indeed what ends up happening to them, as you can kind of hear their movements in the hallway descending back down to the south. And probably Zilloff and Teasley will be able to see them through the arrow slit there, going back to their recluse in the moat.
Well, that worked better than I thought it would.
Are they gone?
No, they're still outside.
I think
No,
they
I-
look hungry.
I meant, are they gone from inside?
Oh yeah, they're out there. I think we're okay. And all three of them are back.
They're all out there. They look fully engorged and stuffed, and they're ready to sleep it off. They've got arrows and such, sticking out of them. They endured a bit of damage to get up, and it was a costly meal. But
So, do you think if we go around the front out the other door, we could bring in Oti, put him in a room, shut the door, so no frogs go get him, and then we can check out what's down below, if anything?
Possibly, yeah. Maybe.
Definitely, we have to make sure we protect Odie.
Again, he's just a donkey.
But
Oh,
he's
that's
so,
a bit of a
he's
short
so,
sell.
He's so polite. It's
He's,
it's the politest donkey I think I've ever met.
he's actually very kind.
Look, I've known him for a long time. He's an ass.
I don't know. I mean, even for an ass, he seemed pretty alright.
So Humble's sort of like creeping down the. I feel a bit alone out in the hallway.
You're doing great.
Uh-huh.
Um,
I'm pretty beat up still, so. Yep, you are.
so you creep down the hallway there, humbled, looking, verbally trying to get maybe a little bit of assistance so you don't have to go it alone. But up ahead, you could see what was once a great audience chamber, as shown by the tattered banners and tapestries on the walls. Destroyed furniture and heaps of rotting cloth are discarded into the corners. And there's a once richly appointed throne that seems to sit up on a dais. Leaves and dirt cover the floor, and cobwebs hang from the walls and ceiling above. It is not a very well taken care of little hideout. You see, there probably was at one time like a staircase that ascended up. You could see evidence that at one point there was probably a second floor here, but is all but since deteriorated away. There is a door that you see up here. It's actually probably closed at this point, but wooden door there. You can see that there is an archway here that seems to go into a chamber, and yeah, you just see the evidence of kind of more ruined furniture and stuff. But
Alex, question. How long were we in kind of in waiting?
I don't know. We'll say about like 10 minutes or so.
Okay, that's 50 less minutes than I wanted.
You know, as you ask, maybe we get the donkey inside and then we take those extra 50 minutes.
So Humboldt, you and Joya are heading kind of up and out into the courtyard.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, yes. Yeah, that's up and out. Okay, got it.
So yeah, you head down the stairs there and make your way into the courtyard. Um,
Are there doors there? Or is that open?
from the stairs
Yeah, like are there doors somewhere here?
on the floor there are, but
Okay, I see it.
there is
A drawbridge or something.
it is open. Yeah. There's so yeah there's the openings of where the doors were attached to the stonework and stuff. So if you were hitting a blockage, that's why. But yeah, so you make your way out into the courtyard, and cross the cobblestone over to kind of where the gate is. And you so remind me again, you had the cart upturned and donkey was like near it, or
Yeah, so basically like tree on one side, turn the cart up on the other, so there's kind of like a little channel between them, and then donkey between the two pieces. So the only way something could get at him would be to come to the kicking end.
okay. So it would seem that he has made a friend. As you head out there, you see that he is enjoying some of those scratches behind the ear. Um, as you see, there's a woman there, maybe like mid-20s ish. She's wearing overalls and boots. She's got a dagger tucked in to kind of like her belt. It's rather uh it's not a fine looking weapon, but something that she's got tucked in there, and she seems to be kind of, she's cozying up to Odie, and he's enjoying the attention he's getting. She looks like she'd be right at home in any number of the farmsteads in and around Hamlet.
Now look what you done. You went and talked him up, and now he's just a gigolo.
He's very polite.
Excuse me, miss. Hello.
She very quickly kind of goes for that dagger, but it seems like maybe there's some recognition, and so as soon as she sees you, eases up pretty quick, and she says, "Oi!" and she hails you.
Please don't talk to my donkey.
I wasn't so much talking to him as I was just trying to keep him from calling out.
That's
I
appreciated.
saw this trick earlier while you were on the road. He seemed to like it quite some.
Aye. Just had a bit of a tussle, so my eyesight's not quite what it used to be. Have I seen you before around, Hamlet?
Well, I don't reckon you probably notice me much, but I sure as heck have noticed you. I've been paying attention and hearing your tales out here on the road. I wish to become one of you.
A matchmaker?
No, I seek adventure. You've taken up with talking with the wizard, and he's been giving you jobs and such. I want in.
Oh, a
I'm tired.
badger.
I
One of
suppose.
Aaron's badger. Aye. Well, that's fair enough. Would you be so kind as, during the introductions, not reaching for your dagger? That'd be fine.
I'd like to be reaching with the sword.
Neither of those particularly good for me. But we're gonna get out to inside. There's a fierce number of frogs over there. You can come in and talk with the lot.
She's like already like upturning the cart, and she says, she's like kind of nodding along with you. Looks like she's ready to put the work in, and she starts to help bring the cart into the courtyard.
Huh. Well, and then cart, wheel, donkey, in and around the tree. This thing, tower. Quick peek inside.
Yes, let's see. I just wanted to get her name is Lycia, and so she's coming into the courtyard here. As you take a peek into the tower there, the upper portion of the tower has collapsed. The interior is daylight. It's overcast or whatever, but daylight is clearly coming down from the roof, and you just see a scattering of husks and a few bones that lie on the floor among the gleam of coin.
Joya,
Yes.
would you do me the kindness? Just peer in that little tower there,
Mm-hmm.
and tell me what you see.
Yeah, sure. So I kind of inch over, peek in.
Give me a perception check.
Sure. Hey, character sheet, where'd you go? There you are. Perception. 14.
14. You see clinging, I don't know if you can see the token, but clinging to the wall there is a giant brown wolf spider.
I'm gonna look back to him. Sorry, excuse me. You talking about the spider?
What spider? No, I was talking about the coins. Well, there's
Oh.
a spider.
Yeah, she's gonna kind of gently kind of direct him to look at where she was looking.
I thought the coins were an illusion or something, and there's a giant fucking spider.
Do you want to step away from the tower?
I very much do.
Okay, let's step away from the tower. Do you still want to bring Odie in here?
Not in here, but maybe we could fetch the others and deal with the spider with a little bit of the shooty.
Okay, let's go do that. She's gonna step away quietly.
All right. So you all head back to where the others are waiting for time to pass. And you're bringing like Odie up there with you. Yep. So you probably ditch like the cart, like maybe right out here. Be a little bit difficult to kind of maneuver in, but yeah, you all get back together.
How's he doing? How's hey, here he is. Not too bad.
We also found someone who wants to join us. Oh, and sorry, there is a spider back there.
What? What?
I should explain that it is a giant spider. So not yes, I should explain it in that way. It's big, like giant, like person size.
And Lycia is like over at the body of one of the gnolls, the first one down, the one that did not get devoured by the frogs, and she's like got his bow in hand, and she's like kind of testing out the tension of the strings, and she says, "Hey, you said we might be able to shoot him, huh?"
Have you ever shot a bow before?
Well, no, I haven't.
Could I have that bow for a second?
She hands it to you, and then she picks up the spear. Aye, this is more like it. She starts making some jabby jab motions in the air. Ha!
Puts down the bow.
It's pretty good.
Could I actually have the bow? I don't have much range. I mean, I do, but not like a bow does. And I'm gonna cast like a little thorn whip, and it's gonna go like 30 feet and just go, and then.
There's a light crossbow sitting on the cart this whole time.
What is there?
And now you're like, could I have a bow? Of course you can have a bow. What?
I didn't know that.
Here, do you want the bow or the crossbow? It's your choice.
Is that what kept on jabbing me in the back?
I'll use the bow. I didn't know you had a spare crossbow. How am I supposed to know?
Well, it was just sitting right there. I was figuring if you want. I said, did you want me to do anything? I've got a bunch of stuff in the cart. I got the food. I got the water. You're like, no, we got everything.
You didn't clarify. You said you got stuff. I'm like,
I wasn't going to run through my entire inventory for you.
I don't know what you have.
Anyway, of course, have the light crossbow. And well, if you're taking the light crossbow, then here, just don't shoot any of us with this. And he gives the bow back to her. Would you mind if we deal with the spider before we try and rest? I feel like they're the kind of things that sneak up on you and.
Oh, I say go ahead. That's fine. I'll just stay here then.
Yeah, you got it. Go ahead. No problem. I'll watch from back here.
You're all very reassuring.
Those arrows hurt a lot.
I think it just like reinforces it more that I have like this blood slash on my token, so it's really like
you know what?
I'm okay. I'll be here.
I'll spray some oil around. If it comes up on us, we'll light it up, and we'll rest first.
Lycia has the spear in hand. She's like right with you. She says, "I'm game. Let's do this."
No, it's a team effort. All together now. So, but not now.
Right, on the count to go.
No, an hour.
On the count to go in an hour.
Yes.
Okay.
And in the meanwhile, he'll kind of drag the door over so that it prop it back up in place and.
Right, no one say go. All right.
All right.
All right.
So you're taking your short rest. Go ahead. You can certainly do that.
Short rest. Oh, cool. I'm letting you know I took a short rest. Awesome.
Did you need to
I didn't
click
click
the
the roll.
button?
I need to click the roll in, yeah. All right. Ooh, it does it automatically too. That's nice.
All right. So time passes here. And you're licking your wounds. And what would you like to do as you're coming out of this rest?
So Snurb would like to check out that throne.
So you go over there and start kind of looking it about. It looks to be made of stone. There isn't anything like super like ornate or distinctive about it, like in terms of like an emblem or anything like that. But it's a sort of a very high-backed stone chair. Doesn't look super comfortable, but it's the kind of thing that someone sits in that to give themselves a position of authority over people that would be coming in here and meeting with them. You probably, check it over for like secret compartments and things like that. Give me just 1 second. Nobody did check this out last time, so I just want to make sure there isn't anything super. Give me an investigation check.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a reroll.
Reroll? Sure. You don't, you're knocking on it, trying to find like a little hollow points or whatever, and you don't come up with anything. It seems pretty ordinary.
Right. So the spider had a bit of coin down there at the base. So I'm thinking we spray a bit of oil in, toss in a torch. When the spider comes out into the courtyard, we shoot it like heck and hope it doesn't reach us.
Well,
So
it's a sound plan.
We've got a bunch of arrow slits.
Aye. So we each take a couple of positions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've got some oil
Uh-huh.
and a torch. You all know what to shoot. The spider. Not me.
Uh-huh.
That's fair enough.
I'm just gonna,
Not
I'm
on
just gonna
purpose,
smile.
of course not. Why
Big
would
ol',
we?
but just big ol' grin.
Right.
It's important that you keep reminding me, though.
All right, so Humboldt, you're taking the task of going out and covering an oil. Is a
So
solo venture here?
Yeah, so kind of his plan is stand here-ish, shield on arm, quarterstaff in hand, oil flasks, move to here, kind of lob a few in there, chuck the torch, and then probably run like hell.
Okay. So your plan is you're like smoking it out essentially.
Yeah, basically making fire happen.
Okay. Let's
And he's
say
got
so it's an improvised ranged weapon. So do the attack roll. We'll say it's like a 10 to get it
sure.
there.
I've got 10 oil flasks, so I just need to roll higher than a 10 once in 10 attempts. Attempt number 1 down. That
You're
was
leaving
just
it there?
Just gonna leave it there.
I
Okay.
think he meant to put it on the
So-
wall like that.
You chuck the
Um,
flask and like for whatever reason, maybe just bad aim or whatnot, like it hits like the side of the opening there, the old archway, and that there is like a little bit of a spraying and whatnot, and definitely a thud as it hits the wall, and you see the legs of the spiders kind of moving. It's reacting to that, and so right here we're gonna roll initiative.
New plan.
and
Nope, I like the old plan.
he's gonna kind of lean over to Teasley, and he was worried about our aim.
We
Again.
could still don't shoot him though. He was very clear. We're not to shoot him.
Not the sort of thing I'm good at. I drive a cart. I make matches.
It was your idea.
So why are we gonna shoot him?
No,
So
this
go ahead and roll.
spider.
Go ahead and roll initiative. All right. So think we got everybody on there. Humbled. You're seeing that it got agitated by that. You're noticing it's starting to move. You're starting us off here. What would you like to do?
I would like to withdraw. So Humboldt will take the dodge action, holding his quarterstaff, go back like here-ish, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. So shield on one arm, quarterstaff in the other, dodge action, warily watching where the spider may be. He does
Run
not
away!
scream.
Run away!
He does not scream. He cusses.
Sounds good. Ziloff, are you at a vantage point to see kind of what's happening out there? Anything that you're doing?
I'm gonna say go. Just I guess we're doing it.
Oh, I'm running downstairs.
Oh no. Go.
Oh, I forgot the plan.
And it looks like Marine is out there and just got you guys
Oh.
another re-roll. So thanks, Marine.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Ziloff now would be able to take a look and see what is happening. You said the spider is just kind of shown.
You actually wouldn't be able to see the spider yet.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll just ready a cantrip attack if I see it.
Okay. You're just about to, because the spider crawls down off of the wall and is like really fast. He's skittering across the ground at an alarming speed. So
Okay.
go ahead and let that go.
All right. DC 13.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw for me.
Yep.
Click, click. And what do we got? Ooh, 9. So
All right.
he'll take some damage from that.
Yep, he
2
will.
points.
2 points, and he's gonna say, "Wow, you're real fast."
Are you slut shaming the spider?
I am.
What?
Holy.
Holy Pachamama, you got a
Oh,
giant wolf
Pachamama!
spider. And he's going to try to take a bite.
Disadvantage on the dodge.
Dis-
Please miss. Yay.
Disadvantage. Hold on. Because I have to roll another. It could be a 1. I'll roll it just like that. Okay, so that would miss, but I got 2 DM rerolls. If I don't spend them, I'm not gonna have a chance. I'll re-roll at disadvantage. Okay, and I'll do it correctly this time. Hitting bite and telling it I have disadvantage. Ooh, that was
Oh.
almost good. So
That
he
looks
misses.
like a cock to roll those.
Teasley.
I do get. I am a polearm master, so I did get to hit him with a stick.
All right,
So we'll use
go ahead.
my reaction to hit him with a stick, maybe. Probably nope.
No.
Ah!
All right, Teasley, it is your turn.
I'm gonna creep up so I can see the spider, and I'm gonna fire a firebolt at it.
Sounds good. That'll hit.
8 points of fire damage.
8 points. He's gonna have to do a con save. Ooh, and that's gonna fail. He rolls a d10, and for the shock effect, which is roll a 6. Can't take reactions and has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks till end of next turn.
All right, then I'm gonna run and get behind this table.
Joya, it is your turn.
All right. She was making her way over here earlier when she heard go, and she's like, "Oh, perfect. Okay." So she's gonna go over here and try to. Would she? It's hard to tell with this thing, but would she be able to kind of position herself in a way to shoot at the spider from here, or no?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what these are, these little arrow slits, so you
Yeah.
definitely can see it.
Okay, I had a feeling, but like when you're like in the thing, it just
Mhm.
goes one way, the other way, so you
Yeah.
couldn't tell. Okay, perfect. So yeah, she is going to play with the new light crossbow she has now that she was graciously gifted, and she's gonna shoot with it. Um, shoot with it. Where did it go?
Let's see.
Let's
Inventory.
see. There it is. Okay, it
You
popped
see it?
up.
Okay.
Yeah. 5.
5 won't quite do it. It's just a little awkward shooting through these.
She's figuring out. She's maybe played with
Yeah.
a bow in the past, but this whole like newfangled crossbow technology, she's like, oh jeez, okay, nope, that hit the wall, and then that's it.
All right. Snurb, it is your turn.
All right. So he's going to use the arrow slit and pop off a shot with his short bow. Good Lord.
And that'll miss. All right. Anything else, Snurb?
Nope, that's it. I don't think I've rolled over a 10 all at once tonight.
And I was thinking I was being overly cautious, and now all of a sudden I'm like, I'm glad I took all these precautions.
Lycia is up next, and she's got that spear, and she's charging forward. Attempt to move. Oh, come on. All right.
Yeah, those two doors are a little
It
tricky.
doesn't like it. Yeah. So she gets to right there. She's got the spear in hand, and she just like hurls it at the spider. And she makes a roll. A 13 will hit, and damage is enough to just like right through its head, and like sticks into the body right down the middle. And almost like without a blink, she just moves forward and like retrieves her spear, starts to kind of clean it off on her overalls, and she just looks at Humboldt, and she just has a very almost smug, satisfied look on her face as she walks away.
Huh. Well done. No, I wonder if there are any more. And he kind of gets up there and he takes his quarterstaff. He's like, clang, 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 clang.
Yeah, you make quite a bit of racket here, and nothing else seems to come forth.
Huh.
And as you move forward there to see if you can collect some goodies amidst kind of the rubble and debris, you find a total of 71 copper pieces, 38 silver pieces.
Ooh.
And you also find a box. It's very dirty and grimy. But maybe try to kind of wipe some of that crust off of it a bit. It looks like it's ivory is the material that it is made of. Something that would be fetch you some amount of coin back in town.
Hi. Well, I scoop that all up into the bag over to the cart. Well, I feel a bit silly for having done all that for one spider and just walking in on all the gnolls. But well done, everyone.
But you know, we knew the spider was there, and we didn't know about the gnolls, so it makes sense.
Maybe we could try more of that with the bigger, more things.
So we should know they're there first.
That would be good.
I'll work on it. And Teasley squints his eyes and tries to know things.
Now, I think we were sent here to look into a dungeon, and those are usually downstairs. Has anyone found the stairs yet?
I don't know.
I think you short rested in here, so you probably know that there's
Right.
a staircase over here.
Oh,
All right. And
oh,
I'm going to move you onto another map as you start to head down there.
Oh,
ooh.
So here's the first thing, though. It is dark down there, and so as I start to put your tokens on here, any light sources that you're bringing to the table.
I am going to cast light on my dagger.
All right.
I'm going
That
to cast
will
torch on my torch.
All right, Humboldt, you got a torch out.
Oh no, actually, sorry. I'm a lantern person. I have a bullseye lantern.
Okay. Very cool. Get you on here
It helps
too.
me aim. Oh, it's me.
Ooh,
Okay.
flickery light.
wow.
Okay,
So fancy.
you all are on the dungeon layer right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Very cool. Let me give you the description as you start to descend down these stairs. So you pass as you're kind of at the end of the stairway as it descends. You're passing through a 10-foot wide stone archway that brings you out into a wider chamber. I'll just move Humboldt kind of there as you pass through the archway. And the air here is thick with humidity. The walls glisten with the moisture, and there's a sort of a stench here, almost of like rotten garbage or rotting organic material that tingles your nostrils. You look about. There are circular stone pillars that support the ceilings, which rise up some about 10 feet in this area. Looking about it, more evidence of just kind of ruined furniture and such scattered about in the nooks and crannies. But you see several wooden doors immediately around you, and then a corridor, a hallway to the south that you can't quite see the end of from where you stand.
From what I've read, there's two ways to do this. We either send the sneaky people first or the sturdy people first. Does anyone have a preference?
Well, I did the sneaking, and it was bad.
I don't know if I was talking about you specifically when I said the sneaky people.
Well, I was good at the sneaking, but then the door was loud.
Snurb, how
So,
do you feel about such things?
I would be more than happy to go look ahead and see what we see.
Perhaps round the corner first, then.
All right.
So,
So,
Snurb.
yeah. Do you want me to roll stealth?
Not quite yet. I'll have you roll it if it at the moment where it might matter.
Alright.
So you start. You can start moving your token that direction. And so oh, the way I did the walls here aren't great. But basically, you can see there are wooden doors here, 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 and here. And I think your character can tell that there's a very large kind of archway here that seems to go into a further chamber just to the east there.
All right.
You want to give me a perception check while you're down here?
Sure. There we go.
Okay, with that roll, you hear for sure like shuffling between this door and just a low moan or a growl from both.
All right. So I'm going to head back and relay what I
The
what I
other
saw.
the other piece of that snurb is those doors there. They seem to have at the top, like, it'd probably be sort of difficult for you to peek up there, but you can see that there is like a little opening at the top of each of the doors with some like little iron studs. So it'd be a way to view into those rooms.
So I'm going to relay what I saw and say we're good to go around the corner, but it sounds like we're looking at something behind the doors.
Should we maybe give you a boost?
Well, I don't know if I really want to look in there. It didn't sound pretty, whatever it was.
I don't think you could give me a boost. Oh, Teasley.
Yes,
I bet you would love a boost.
I would. Yeah.
All right. So you all keep a lookout. I'll boost Teasley up.
Right. Okay.
Teasley? Now remember.
I'm gonna run up and jump on Humboldt.
Oh dear. No, it was over there. Over. Oh, god damn it. All right, that's fine.
And then I'm gonna like point forward and go, tally-ho!
No, shush.
It was your idea, not mine.
No, that was not that. Never mind. So look inside. Figure out whatever's doing the moon, and then let us know. And then we'll make a plan, like we did with the spider, not like the gnoll. So don't open the door.
So we shoot it.
No, we make a plan.
That was the plan with the spider. We shoot it.
That was the spider plan. We need a moaning plan. Anyway, what do you see?
So you absolutely just see this rotting corpse on its feet, moving about and sort of clawing at the door, likely roused a bit from the sounds it hears. But you're in no danger on the other side of the door here, and it doesn't seem like it has the capacity to open it.
It's a dead fella.
Oh, well then
I mean,
actually,
one of the walking around kind.
then actually the bit with the oil might be the right plan. We squirt some oil in, give it a little fire, or you can do fire. Just do fire.
You want me to shoot it?
Now that
Because
you've
just
said
a
it, I
moment
think
ago,
no.
you said not to shoot
You know,
it, and now
it
you're telling
seemed
me
like
to
an
shoot it.
idea. It seemed like a great idea until you said it back to me, and then a coldness went through my whole body.
Could warm you up with fire.
Snurb, Julia, and he looks. He like wait.
So you want me to not shoot it?
No.
Okay.
Where's the Dragonborn and the Miss?
That was a really good kill. I can't. Where did you learn to do that? That's amazing.
Just instinct. I saw that spider is gonna kill your friend there, and I just
Yeah.
went out there and chucked that spear, and it seemed like the right thing to do. It felt right.
It was real nice. It was actually pretty good. So I've been writing a song, and I've been thinking I needed somebody. Would you maybe sometime want to listen to it? You know, I might.
I'll listen to your song, but how does that help us in the adventuring business? It's kind of, do you just sing the songs for them? You're the entertainer.
Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of my thing.
Okay. I guess that's a valuable role. Someone has to record this all and sing
yeah.
the songs back at the tavern.
Yeah, I guess.
You're gonna sing a song about all this, the spider song?
Definitely. I wanted to act. That's why with you. Definitely.
I see why adventurers always get a little bit of a big head on their shoulders, because I really want to listen to that song.
Okay. Where's it? Where? Oh, it's getting a bit dark. Where
I
do
don't
we
know.
go?
They're giving boosty ups and
What was the
piggyback
tally ho?
rides and
Why are
whatnot.
we
This is
supposed to
not
be
at all
quiet, I think.
not at all what I thought adventuring was all about.
What's going on?
Turn around, you see the Teasley up in the air.
Nope, I got off of him because he told me not to shoot it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that was
Yeah.
happening while, you know.
Yep. That's fine.
Okay, maybe we try this again. There's a dead fella walking about, zombie probably.
Oh.
Teasley, I can give a boost. I think shoot through the little thing.
I thought you said not to shoot it.
No, we're talking. Teasley could do that. Does everybody think that's an okay idea?
I would rather not be possibly attacked by a zombie, so if we could...
Okay, so I'll boost up Teasley. You all keep an eye on the doors. Teasley will do the bloop bloop. And easy peasy.
Before we
Easy
shoot
Teasley.
Easily Teasley.
it. Before we shoot it, could I just take a look? I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before.
You should let Humboldt boost you.
Oh, you're a bit bigger. So then he kind of braces for stirrup.
All right, here we go. Careful with me. Careful with me.
You just kind of German suplexing him up there.
No, it's like you know, putting a like step into the stirrup and then lift.
Uh-huh. Oh.
It looks rotten.
Can I borrow? It's kind of dark. Do you mind if I and he's while you're still holding him, do you mind if I see your dagger real quick?
What? What?
He's telling Teasley, he's asking
Oh,
Teasley for the dagger.
Oh, sure. Here you go.
Okay, and he's gonna just
Teasley hands
stay-
you a long, slender dagger.
Oh, he's gonna just hold it up and really take a look. Oh, wow, he's just shambling about in there. Oh, that's incredible. Anyone else want to take a look? This is amazing.
No, this is.
I'll take a look.
Come here. Here, hold on. Let me.
Oh.
Here, hold on. Careful, coming down.
Don't pick me
Easy
up.
with me. Easy
I
with
can
me.
see it fine.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, Kama, thank you. Thank you for the cheers. She takes a look in. Oh, he's rotten. Yeah, burn him up, I say.
Aye. So anyone who can do that sort of thing, go ahead and do that sort of thing, and the rest of us will keep an eye out.
Wait, well, I'm gonna need a boost again.
Oh, and of course you get the boost again.
He'll hand you back your dagger with the handle side towards you.
And I'll go up and firebolt the thing.
Okay. We're not gonna waste. It poses no threat to you while you're on this side, so enough firebolts go in there. You eventually manage to kill it.
Right. So we just do this down the way, till it's safe, all right?
I don't see why not.
So.
And Snurb told you there's maybe one more that he perceived.
Same game.
So
Yeah, so we'll take a peek in the doors as we go.
Okay. They are. Let me just see. They are not locked. So open up the first one there. It's pretty bare in this first one. It's just sort of a 10-foot by 10-foot cell covered in nameless stains and debris and rubble. Not much in there.
Now there's to be a fair bit of looting about because they've captured a bunch of people. So keep an eye out for big chests full of coin.
So, Humboldt, you're checking out the second one here?
Sure, I'll take the second one.
Kind of smoldering, charred, fire-bolted up zombie is.
Poke, poke.
So kind of as they're going down the row of doors, Snurb would like to check the doors for traps, the ones ahead of them.
Okay, sounds good. So you can kind of move your token down there, kind of ahead, checking that out. Snurb, go ahead and give me a perception check, and Humboldt, give me a perception check. Snurb, you're feeling good about. I'll just apply that roll to these next three. It's these doors look pretty simple, pretty ordinary. They look like they have the capacity. They could be locked if one had the key, but whoever has it didn't even bother to do so, or it's since been locked. And Humboldt, as you were looking in here now, without the strange, I don't know if Humboldt even took the peek in, but you see the evidence of Teasley's firebolt on the body. You're looking around; it's all debris and whatnot. But then your eyes look up, and you can see kind of like jammed into sort of some of the mortar of the wall. There's this green peridot that is just wedged in there from some time ago.
That's unusual. But book in the bag.
And of course, if you haven't done so, just add those to your inventory sheet. All right. Keep going down the row.
I might take a little peek around, I guess, with this.
Over. Yeah.
corner,
Let's break up the searching of the cells real quick just to give you the rundown. What you see over there, this is very evidently like a torture chamber. It's covered with cobwebs and fine coat of dust, so it's not like something that has been in like active use at any time recently, but you can see that there are several intact wooden tables affixed with manacles and are covered with an array of metal hooks, spikes, and blades. One table still hosts a bound skeleton. Along the east wall, which sports several lengths of chains ending in manacles, are several metal braziers, along with an assortment of metal pokers and vices. A skeleton dangles by its feet from a set of chains attached to the ceiling. To the north and south are stone pillars supporting the ceiling.
Well, that's scary.
And let's see. So this is the other one that had the zombie in it. Are you planning like a so this next room, Humboldt, you'll look in there, you won't find anything, but we doing anything about the other zombie?
I think a repeat performance.
Okay. So you managed to complete that repeat performance when suddenly the door up here opens and you see this ogre angrily looking about the scene. And his nostrils are flaring and he's what is that horrible stench? And he's got a club in. You're rolling into initiative almost immediately right here. So save your words, Casey. All right, so I think I've got you all here. This is our last initiative roll of the night. So, flag the combat. You can go ahead and hit initiative there.
Hey, he knocked mine over to a 20. Do I get to 20?
I wonder.
Nope, I don't.
Doesn't look like it.
Doesn't work that way, huh?
Aw.
All right. So, and I don't know if I this is the ogre from that little piece of art that I bought. I don't think I brought it in, or did I? No, I don't think I did. So yeah. Zilloff, you are up first.
Oh, great. Zilloff is, let's see. Zilloff is going to we'll go ahead and let's see. He's there. I guess he is going to go ahead and I'm just trying to think what would be better. We'll go ahead and do a fairy fire on him.
All right. Dex save.
Yep, there you go. Let me get that up for you. 13 Dex.
The big clumsy ogre. He rolled a 2. I got to reroll.
Try to get him back.
I'll-
Oh yeah.
I'll use it on that one.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, the odds are in our favor there. Not quite.
By 1.
Oh. Wow. Thought I had him. That'll be it.
All right. Snurb, it is your turn.
So, gonna move up and take a shot with my short bow.
Sounds good. Oh, that poor NPC is in a very bad spot. 21 will hit.
Somehow, I don't see her on my screen.
Right.
I can see her on the stream. I can't see her on my screen.
That is weird. There must be something goofy happening there.
Yeah.
8 points to the ogre as you land an arrow right into his barrel of a chest.
You should have sneak attack because he's lit up with fairy. No, he's not lit
No,
up with
He
he's
fairy.
not.
isn't,
not.
though.
He
Okay.
blinked.
For a moment there,
Yeah.
I thought I could see him
Almost.
glowing.
Really?
Ogre is up. And
Ogre
he's
Louis.
moving out. And he's going to try to... I don't know. Ed, you might not need to see... You might not need to see her. 'Cause this could hurt.
I might not see her again.
Yeah. An
Oh.
18 is gonna hit, and she's still up.
Maybe
Well,
you should set the two up on a date,
Wow.
matchmaker.
That's not quite how it works.
Teasley, you're up.
All right. First, I'm going to hop off of Humboldt, move back a little bit, and then firebolt the ogre.
Right.
You got him.
Nice.
For
Ooh,
10 points
big
of damage.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna throw a healing word on our friend.
Sounds good.
Is she the unknown combatant on the combat tracker? She probably is,
Probably.
because it's the one I can't see. So I'm just gonna roll it separately.
Oh, okay. Does it say that for all of you? Does it say unknown?
I see
Might-
Lycia.
Might
Oh,
need
Yeah,
a,
I just don't
that
see
is
her. She's
weird.
after Humboldt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I-
She's.
I refreshed earlier, so I'm not gonna bother, but I will go ahead and heal her for 7
Ooh,
points. of
7
healing.
points. Bring her just about up to full. All right. Next up is Joya.
Checking. Okay. She's gonna turn around and be like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And she's gonna move herself. Let's see. So if it's there, I want to move myself as far away as I can. So about there, while still being able to schmack it. So I'm gonna schmack it with a thorn whip. Schmack. That's not.
You do
Great.
have 6 rerolls.
We do have a lot of rerolls. I might burn one and
10 o'clock. Use them.
Yeah.
boom.
It's time.
That's better. 10.
10, still not quite. He's big
alright, I tried.
and lumbering, but just not quite there.
It's just so dim. The shadows are playing tricks on me. It's totally it.
All right.
That's
It's humbled. Let's hear it.
What? Nothing. Just me, just doing my thing. Halberd out. Taking a few steps up. You're just asking what smells down here, and you're down here. So that was all I was thinking. Nothing especially bad. Halberd, glaive. Actually, sorry, glaive. Button. Why aren't you working? Did it roll? No. Why aren't you working? All right, I'm gonna push the pike button, which is the wrong word, but it's the right attack and damage.
Yeah.
I have rerolls on the table.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Very
use one of the rerolls.
All right. Reroll initiated. That's
Better
good.
number.
There you go.
All right, we're gonna do the damage. Normal hit. Technically
7
slashing, not
points.
piercing. And I am rage.
All right.
So rage, pokey poke, and then we'll take one step back.
All right. Lycia has spear in hand. Got a little bit of a boost from Teasley. She's not backing down from this fight.
Oh no, it's a back pedal. Back pedal. No.
And she takes the swing. 17 is gonna hit. She deals 7 points of damage.
So I can't heal you again. FYI.
So spear right through its belly, and she's just kind of no fear, just kind of twisting that thing and trying to see if she might be able to get another verse in one of Zilof's songs. And Zilof, it is your turn.
Oh, wow. uh, she hasn't even heard me sing yet. I'm going to give, let's see, bonus action, bardic inspiration to Teasley. No, Snurb. To
Never
Snurb.
mind.
I would say, go get him. We're gonna do okay. Ring. And then he's gonna, I guess he'll do a, he will do a vicious mockery. You smell okay. And
You're undermining the central theme of my insults.
Yeah, he thinks he
oh.
does too. So I'm an ogre with personal hygiene. You can throw your basic ogre jokes
Does it
at
stop
me
him?
all day long. But I got speed stick right in the other room. It's fine. Snurb, it is your turn.
All right. So let's see. He's gonna move up and poke him with his rapier.
Sounds good. Getting right
So,
up there, right with Lycia.
Reroll, reroll.
All right. And
Wait.
then,
I don't know exactly
Yeah,
what
this
happened
Say
there.
20 to yours.
that was kind of weird because it was a 1.
Because I
It
see
says 20, but it's a 1 plus a 3 plus a 2.
You're a halfling, so you get to re-roll the 1.
Oh, that's what happened.
Ah.
Okay.
Ah,
The 20 hits.
all right. And
I'm just gonna put this on.
And do you have sneak attack on this one?
I do. Let's see.
Is there a way to turn that on in Foundry, or do you just have to roll a d6?
I think there's a way to do it, but I don't.
There's a separate thing that you can hit. You can hit sneak attack and it'll pop it up.
Okay.
It's more or less like rolling a d6, but
Oh no. All right.
another 3 points in there. All right. He's not looking too good as got now 2 open wounds in his belly. Ogre is gonna just like instinctively try to swing and hit you, Snurb, upon feeling that pain. Here it is, an 18.
Oh boy.
Son of a. Yeah, that hits.
It
Oh.
is 12 points of damage.
I'm still up.
You're
by
still
one
up.
Nice.
Couple of things have to happen. A DC 13 Constitution saving throw. And you make it.
Mhm.
So, not a couple of
Mhm.
things,
No.
just one thing. And you did very well at that one thing.
All right.
So, it hurts, but no permanent kinds of things are happening here. Teasley, it is your turn.
Well, all right then. I'm going to shoot him with firebolt. I'm sure everyone's surprised.
Oh, Butterbee's welcoming proficiency bonus to the channel. Thanks for the raid. Hope y'all were having a good game here tonight. We're closing in on the finish of ours as Teasley rolled an 11. 11 is his AC.
Oh, that's great. Okay then. I'll light him on fire some more.
6. All right. He's still up.
That's it for me.
Joya.
It might be a little bit of a surprise too, but I'm a thorn whip.
I'll nay.
Thorn whip it good. That'll hit.
Ooh, that's nice. Thorn whip. Ooh.
Just going for the damage,
And not the pole.
Yes.
not the
Sorry,
pull.
it took me a second. I was like, something extra, and I was like, oh yeah, there is. Yeah, just damage.
Sounds good. All right, yeah, he is bleeding and bloodied, and probably one more good hit will do it. So we turn to Humboldt.
Step back forward, swing the glaive. Maybe it'll work this time. Hey.
11 will hit.
11 will hit. Normal hit.
How would you like
13.
to finish it?
We'll give him the cut, and then for good measure, we'll bring around the butt into the staff, and then puck right on the top of the head. And then we'll back away because that seems like a large amount of flesh about to fall. And he'll kind of reach over and take hold of Lycia, and you want to step back when this happens.
And you manage to kind of guide her back just a few feet. She manages to withdraw and grab her spear out as you both backpedal as it falls forward with a thud, kicking up some of the dust off of the stone floor.
Right. Well, good news. We've taken care of the do we need to sneak question.
That was way better than the ones upstairs.
Aye.
A lot better.
So. He came from over there.
Through that door up there.
Hello, the door up there.
So, just given the time, I'm going to describe a few things and then leave you with a choice that you'll need to make. So you managed to move up. This first room here was at some time a storeroom. Everything in here is utterly ruined or unremarkable. You move into the next chamber over here. And here, the room does indeed reek of the sort of thing that you were trying to attach to the ogre. He's a smelly guy. And this is his room where he has been living. The floor is fitted with flagstones. It's mostly clear in here, except in the kind of northern part of the room here. A pile of furs and other fabrics, likely his bedding, his resting place. And nearby there, a battered wooden chest, its lid closed.
Ooh.
Check
You
the
know,
traps.
I see a lot of holsters for throwing weapons. especially axes. And it occurs to me that he claimed he had speed stick, but all I see are empty canisters for axe. No? I'll be over here by the rotting chest.
Yep. Yeah. Must have been a middle schooler who thinks that that body
Yep.
spray takes the place of a deodorant. It does not.
Also,
For an
it takes the
ogre,
place
though,
of a
that's-
shower.
that'd
Or
be
shower,
pretty
yeah.
good. So, Snurb, you wanted to check this thing for traps.
Yeah.
Give me first a perception check before you move into trying to. Nothing about it looks like it has any trap mechanisms or anything. Would you like to make an investigation check to, if you fail this and there is a trap, you might accidentally spring it. And you're fumbling around with the chest. Fortunately, it is not trapped. And not locked. So the deployment of the thieves' tool is not so necessary. You open it up, and inside you can see a mess of glass beads, brass candlesticks, and some other assorted trash. But there is some coinage in there. A lot of copper, some silver, and 3 gold pieces. So, if you're doing the math, it's 823 copper pieces, 46 silver pieces, and then the 3 gold. And all of this is sort of there's sort of like a lining to the chest. There's some cloth and whatnot that kind of keeps it together. So you can almost like bag that up if you needed to, if you didn't want to haul this chest around.
Snurb, from what I was hearing from Byrne, I was expecting a lot more stuff.
Well, there's more rooms.
Oh, sure, but it hasn't got like a false bottom or anything? Fancy, springy thing? It's in all the stories.
So, can I check the inside of the chest for hidden?
Yeah, give me investigation check. You find nothing of the sort.
Snurb has rolled the number of the beast now.
I Mm-mm-mm.
That was 6 3 times in a row.
Nothing in the and then so like Humboldt seems a little disappointed, so he's just going around with this quarterstaff, like poking in the ogre stuff, being like, "There's got to be something." Like,
There's a door here.
oh,
I didn't open it because it might squeal and then we'll get shot by gnolls.
well, be sure to tell the door. Snitches get stitches, and then it won't be a squealer.
Oh,
I will say snitches get stitches and then I'll open the door.
All right. You open it up and you are looking into a 20-foot square chamber covered in damp straw. There are 3 humanoids in here, 2 humans and a scrawny-looking gnome. They cower in their squalid cell as the door opens until their gaze from the light that you're bringing in, they are able to see that you are not their jailer, that ogre. And the gnome, like, immediately is like kind of banging on the bars of his cell, and he says, "Hey, get me out of here! Help!"
Well, that was a surprise.
Well, I mean, they do say life is priceless. Still not what I was looking for, but is there a key?
Is there a mechanism to open these cages? Or does it
Um,
look like there's just a lock?
it's like a padlock on a simple door.
Okay. I will go over to the southern one and pop out my thieves' tools and get to work on it.
Awesome. Thieves tools check.
While he's at that, Lycia, come with me. We're gonna roll over the ogre and check for a keyring. We'll have to roll him ogre and ogre.
Oh, this one's locked tight. I can't help it.
No. um. Okay, so you're rolling over the ogre looking for a key.
Roll an
and
ogre the ogre.
You don't find anything like on his belt or anything like that.
Well, I'm not checking the prison wallet.
And she looks at you. You don't expect me to do it.
I can't
You
believe
want it to be
nobody's
an
volunteering for
adventure.
that.
That doesn't seem like the kind of thing that Zilloff would put in a song.
I've never actually heard Ziloff. Wait, no, I have. Wait.
I suppose I could try the other lock.
I mean, he aggressively puts people to sleep when he sings.
Hmm.
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 But we'll just take a poke about. I mean, he's working on the locks. We'll look for a key. It's got to be around here somewhere. Oh, you know what's maybe in the torture area, because that's probably where he takes the people.
Let's see. Teasley, go ahead and make another thieves tools check on that other.
Can I help with that to give him an advantage?
Sure. Yeah, you could kind of look over his shoulder, provide some advice, hold the flashlight. Yeah, with a 20, absolutely, you're able to open up this one.
Oh,
at the top.
that's good.
Alright.
Why don't you do the other one and I'll hold the light?
All right.
And I'll give you advantage because I'm also proficient.
All right, go ahead and take advantage as you do that. 23, you managed to unlock this one as well.
Although I don't think that it's actually adding my proficiency. So somehow that didn't get transferred over.
Sounds good. Yeah, we'll deal with it another time.
Yeah, that's fine.
So this is probably where we're going to end it with you freeing up these folk. Some of this we could probably play out maybe like in the RP channel or something to kind of get the info from them. But basically, the two humans, their story is that they'll tell you that they were merchants out on the road at some point in the past month and have been holed up, kept here. They'll tell you that they're being watched. They've been watched over by the ogre, but he answers to a number of humans that lair down here. The gnome will tell you that he is from Niceville or Nicevale, and he is a member of. He is a spy for the Free Assembly of the Cron Hills, and they were trying to. Maybe the gnomes kind of caught wind about or drew connections between what was happening in this region and the past about the Temple of Elemental Evil before Byrne did, because he'll tell you that he was trying to kind of pass himself off as one of the bandits and try to get information about who they were working for, what was going on. But maybe he did so with just a few too many questions that eventually they caught onto him and jailed him up here. So we can kind of resolve some of that in the future. They want to go with you back to Hamlet, and maybe having and they're pretty wounded and weak, and so this is probably a reasonable spot where your crew maybe would head back to Hamlet with them to make that escort. So yeah, So, any last things that you all want to do or check out before you leave?
Someone give me a hand with this Iron Maiden. I don't know that it's worth much as it is, but I'm sure she could melt it down for us. Ooh, ooh, walking it like towards the stairs like you would a big fridge.
I'd help him with that.
I'll watch.
Sounds good. So you're loading up the cart with some of the torture implements. Get some.
He's anything he can possibly like.
Do you
I
think
mean-
a dead zombie has any value?
Oh,
I think it's just a
haven't
corpse.
thought of that.
I think it's just a corpse at this point.
They are, but the folks of Hamlet do like
Burn
cremating
might
the
like
dead.
it. Maybe we could give it to Burn.
Well, I was thinking maybe a bit of a fire
He
and
could study it like a weirdo does.
on the fire. He's already sitting on an egg. I think that'll have him occupied for a while.
So he's qualified to study it like a weirdo.
That's true. Yeah.
All right. You load up the cart with your Iron Maiden. You've got this motley crew with you, and you head back to Hamlet. And so that is where it will end scene. And thanks everyone for hanging out with us here on 20 Sides to Every Story. Thanks anyone that's still hanging out over on Goodman Games Official and watching as we were playing through some Temple of Elemental Evil. This will be out in August, and so you can. And thanks for all the cheers here, Smitty and Ed. Thank you. Yeah, this will be coming out in August, so you can get your pre-orders in. It's going to be 2 books, 2 big books. So there's a lot of content in there for you to dig through. I know this will probably keep us busy for quite some time. So thanks again. We've got one more Temple of Elemental Evil on the books for June. That one's happening on the 21st. So all of our games are full for June. But this is a drop-in, drop-out game, and you could find yourself playing it at some point in the future. If you want to keep tabs on the campaign and see when the sign-ups and such come out, please do join our Discord. Not just for that, but also just to hang out and talk with us in between the streams. We'd love to have you. And anyone that supports our Patreon gets kind of the first crack at signing up for those games when they come out. So you can come and go and check that page out and see what that all gets you for supporting the channel that way. I think as we take ourselves off here, why don't we throw a raid over to... Let's see, who do we still have on here? Let's go raid... Holding Action. We'll go and say hi to them. So thanks everyone. We're going to call it a night. We'll see you all soon.
Thank you.
Yay!